Real estate is just an interesting industry. It's so exciting because you see so much on TV, but there are some real things that I wish I knew before I got into real estate. Or even better, there are some things that people showed me in real estate in the beginning that I wish a lot of other people knew, because real estate is something that it doesn't change. It's predictable, but not knowing some things can make it really hard. So let's get into this video where we talk about 5 things that I wish I knew before I got into real estate. Without further ado, let's get into it. 5 things that I wish I knew before I got into real estate. I think at the top of everyone's list is going to be this idea of lead generation. So number one, lead generation. They don't tell you in real estate school that who cares about the license? Your job as a realtor is you are a professional lead generator. You are a professional client finder. Because if you don't have any clients, you will not be able to do real estate. I don't care what brokerage you join. I don't care if they tell you that they give you leads. A lot of that is a bait and switch to get you in there, but really you have got to become the owner of the leads for your business. This is why when I talk to people about building teams and things of that nature, I don't suggest that you build a team by giving people leads. I don't suggest you build and grow a brokerage by giving people leads. That's giving people fish. I suggest you teach people how to fish, and that's what I do. As a real estate agent, you need to know how to generate leads for your business. Why? Because life happens and realtors move. I'm in Florida now, but I also have a real estate license in Connecticut, and I sell real estate license and I generate business in Connecticut. Why? Because I have a lead generation system that I have implemented that I don't care if I need to find leads in California. I can set it up today and in 2 weeks have about 15 to 20 leads because of the systems that I set up. But they don't tell you this in real estate school. You just watch HGTV, you see people showing these great houses. I don't have to show another house to anybody ever again. My whole business is built on lead generation, because if you don't have leads, you don't have business, right? So always focus on lead generation. But that's one of the things that I wish I knew. I'm grateful that I came into a brokerage that helps you build a business and not just gives you the candy that you need to eat and feel good about yourself, which a lot of new agents, that's all they want. They want the candy. I don't want the candy, because here's the thing. You control the candy. I want to eat the candy when I want, how I want, and I might not want chocolate today. I might want caramel. So I want to go out and reverse engineer my own results. And I wanted to be with a brokerage that taught me how to build a lead generation system. And that has been the number one thing that has helped me grow as a realtor. But I see a lot of new agents struggle with this. You are in lead generation. And I say this because you get your license, and I think in our mind we're expecting, oh my God, all my friends and family are going to start buying houses with me. Yes, but you have got to go out and you've got to have so many leads, more leads than you need. Because if you're only going to convert, let's say 5 to 10% of people, if you only lead generate to 100 people, 5% of that is 5 closings for the year. You should be having 5 closings in a month or a week. So if I have to do that, that means I need to talk to 100 people a week. But not understanding that a lot of new agents come in and they're really frustrated because they didn't know that this was part of the job. I signed up to be a salesperson. I didn't know I was going to have to generate leads, but that is part of it. And that is something that I wish I knew. The next thing that I wish I knew, number 2, is that real estate is a long game. This is not going to be the thing that you come in today and that you are a millionaire tomorrow. It's going to take time, not because it's just so hard that nobody can do it in a short amount of time. That's not why. It's going to take time because as you start to build a system around things, you're going to have to execute in that system, make tweaks, re-execute, re-engage, do it again. And just getting your systems in order will take time. Now, here's the thing. You're going to be lead generating. You're going to be getting business, but you're going to have to be building something on the back end. So the lead generation, if that's what we focus on our CEO membership, it'll get you to 6 figures. So when we get you into our CEO membership, our main focus is around your seller system, your buyer system, your lead generation system, your customer experiences, things of that nature. That's going to get you to the 6-figure mark. But now, at the same time, while you're executing on those systems, we're teaching you how to build it on the back end, because when you build it on the back end, you're going to make more money and get into profit. And when you get to profit, that's how you're going to start to drive revenue and push yourself to that $1 million mark. You're not going to work your way to being a millionaire real estate agent. You're going to strategize your way there. And that's what we talk about in our CEO membership. So that's number 2, that real estate is a long game. It is something that If you're watching a football game, it's 60 minutes of football. At halftime, the game is not over. And this is why it's important that you have goals, because whatever the goal is, that's the end result. And we're playing all the way until we get to the end. We're not stopping short of it. So that's number 2. The number 3 thing that I wish I knew, and I am telling you, this has been a game changer for me, understanding basic business principles. Business is business is business is business. I don't care whether you have a real estate business, an insurance business, anything that works in any sales-based business can usually translate into another sales-based business. So if you understand business, you understand that how business works, that you have to have a plan, that you have to have goals, that you have to have activities that you're doing every day, that you're tracking, that you have to understand how to build systems on the back end. There are people that come into real estate like they're coming into a job. You are a business owner. When you come into real estate, you have officially started a real estate business. You should be filing an LLC with your state corporation division, and you should understand that I have started a business. So you have to think differently. You can't come into a brokerage expecting them to give you leads. That's what employees do. Employees wait for somebody to give them something. Bosses go out and get it, and they give things to other people. So when you come into this real estate space, you got to come in here different from the employer mindset. And a lot of that is going to be just studying businesses before you get into real estate, understanding entrepreneurship, understanding that this is going to be something that you have to build. This is your baby. The brokerage is not going to build it for you. This is why a lot of agents move from brokerage to brokerage to brokerage, because they're looking for somebody to give them something. All I need you to do is teach me how to build it, because I understand this is my business. I got to build it. But if you don't understand business, it's going to be really hard. So I noticed that the people that really, really struggle in real estate are people that have been at their job for 20 years, because they've never had to use their brain to think outside of the box, because they're always used to somebody putting stuff in the box and telling them what they need to do. They go crush that. Then they get frustrated in real estate because they're like, well, I've always been really successful in my job. Yes, because it was predictable and somebody was giving you a box. You have now built the business. You have now got to go build your box, right? And a lot of people are just, they didn't sign up for that. They just wanted to sell real estate. I had somebody tell me, I want to sell real estate, but I don't want to be a business owner. Yeah, except you are, because you're going to have to file taxes. You're going to get income that's not taxed, that you have to have an accountant for. You're going to have a business. So you need to learn how to structure that, because here's the thing. If you don't structure it right, after you spend, IRS is going to take everything else. You have got to make sure you're writing off expenses. Like, this is a whole business. So that is something that I wish I knew. So please get an accountant, get a coach, get a mentor, have somebody help you understand that you have started a business, and get business training. Go to the SBA for business training. Go to anything that's how to run a business training focus, so that you can start to understand how to implement that into your real estate business. The other thing that I wish I learned or knew before getting into real estate was the fact that I literally am the only person responsible for my business. I don't care if I have a coach. I don't care if I have a mentor. I don't care if I have somebody helping me. I am the CEO of my business. I'm responsible for it. So if I'm responsible for it, I have to look at the things that I am going to need in order to handle that responsibility. A lot of it may be setting up a peer accountability group. We're looking for our brokerages to do things for us. And I want you to understand that the reason why you partner with a brokerage is because the brokerage, like I'm partnered with a national brokerage. The brokerage gives you brand recognition in the eyes of a customer. There are plenty of people that may just work with you because they understand the label of a Remax. They understand the label of a Keller Williams. They understand the label of a Berkshire Hathaway. And you might not otherwise get certain clients without having that label attached to it, but you are still an independent business owner, and they are still working with your business directly. Your business has just partnered with this brokerage for support, for training, for resources, but everything starts and stops with you. And that's different from understanding business, because business is business, and that's more of a training thing. I'm talking about a mindset of ownership and accountability to your business. Because if you don't understand that everything in your business starts and ends with you, you will put it in other people's hands. and then get mad when they don't deliver. It's not their responsibility. It's your business. Even as a brokerage, it's not Keller Williams' responsibility to train me. It's my responsibility as a CEO and business owner to understand what trainings that I need and for me to proactively go get it. One of the things that I see a lot of agents do, well, nobody trained me on that. Listen, know what you need to know and then go figure out how to find it. You have got to be more creative and use more ingenuity in this role than ever before. You have got to get all of the thinking from your job where everybody tells you everything. Everybody sends an email and there's a calendar. You are an independent business owner. Everybody you work with probably is an independent business owner. So everybody is going to be running this same race with you, but you want to make sure that as you build your business that you are taking 100% ownership and accountability for everything that you need in your business. The last thing that I wish I knew before I got into real estate is the cost. The cost. And you can slice that however you want. The cost to get started. Like I've had 4 people recently just get licensed and had to give up their license because they didn't know that they had to pay realtor dues, that they had to pay MLS dues, that they had to pay monthly office fees at a brokerage. And everybody wants everything for free. This is a business. Everybody that you're interacting with is running a business. They are going to require money from you. The other thing is that you're trying to build your lead generation platform or get clients. So you're a lot of times spending money that you have previously made from other professions, investing that in your business. And you're doing this all while you're not making any money because when you first start, you don't know what to do. So a lot of times you're just getting started in this industry. You may not know what to do initially and you may go 6 months without a commission. Do you know how many people go broke during that time or mess up their credit because they're living off credit cards? You got to account for all the bills that you got to pay while you're not making money in this first maybe 30, 60, 90 days. But here's the thing. If you come in hot and you follow a structured system, you can have a deal in the first 30 days. I've seen it happen. I have a client that I'm working with now, a coaching client. She is 30 days in real estate and she's going to enter her 60 days. She got 4 closings in 60 days because she came in hot and heavy, hit the systems up front. But that's not everybody because a lot of people take a little bit more time to learn and they learn differently and process information differently. But if you don't count the cost, this can be an industry that you get in and end up having to get out because it's very costly, at least initially, until you start making the money. So counting all those costs and preparing, navigating around that is going to be something that you have to do up front all the time. So make sure that you're taking account of these things. Thank you for tuning into this video on 5 things that I wish I knew before real estate. I hope you understand that these are 5 things. There are probably plenty of more, but these are things that I have come to really kind of put to the top and things that I help agents focus on. But here's what I want you to know. Even with these things being true, if you have a solid lead generation system and a plan, you can come in and make money in 30, 60, 90 days. What you want to do is quickly get over that learning curve by getting into some type of systematic way of making money up front. A lot of people don't figure out that they need coaching or support until they're 3, 6, 9 months in, and then they spent so much money that now it's hard to come back from it. They got to go get a job. If you got into real estate, there is money in this industry. I want to make sure you capitalize off of it. Our CEO membership is helping people get results. They are following the systematic steps and processes that it takes to grow their business, and they're getting checks in 30, 60, 90 days. There is a link in the bio to the membership. Come and join this community. Give yourself the investment of time in yourself, of money in yourself, so that you can get a return quicker, sooner than later. I'm the CEO of Coach of Real Estate, and I look forward to potentially working with you one day.